Very good evening to all aspirant doctors. So, just I thought to share some of the suggestions, ideas to write NEET exam tomorrow very well. I think I'm not going to discuss about the subject matter. I'm actually professor in an institute in Hyderabad. So I hope this, whatever my suggestions, my ideas, maybe it will be helpful for the students in last minute preparations, I can say. So I'm not going to talk which subject or what, how to prepare. So all these things, just I'm just for try to tell you in next 10 minutes. So what things you need to focus in the last minutes, last few hours. Now just few hours are left for your NEET exam. I think from last 2 years, 3 years, you're very seriously preparing for this exam. Even during this pandemic time, so this exam is a little bit postponed. I think you got a little more time. At the same time, you got a lot of tension and pressures, whether NEET will happen or not. If not happen, what is our future? I think all these tensions were there for you last few months. So fortunate that now your exam are finalized and there is only few hours are left out in your exam. So I just want to tell you, so what need to do in this last few hours. I think hardly less than 24 hours are left out. Hardly, I think 18 hours are there. So you're having exam starts tomorrow at 12 p.m., right? And I think student has to be reached to the examination centers 2 hours or 3 hours before. So as per your admit card, whatever the time is given in admit card, so as per the time you need to be there in your exam center. So just I need to give few suggestions with my experience as well as with my students' experience. So most important thing now is what need to carry with you. So most important thing you need to carry with you is one is your admit card and your pen, ball pen, because tomorrow you need to fill your answers in OMR sheet in a ball pen with the ball pen. So these two, and you need to keep not one ball pen. Possibly you can keep it two pens. If something is not working, maybe other pen can be used. So in addition to that, so because this is a pandemic situation, you need to carry the mask, face mask, gloves. It's compulsory. Without gloves and without hand gloves and face masks, so maybe not permitted you to inside the exam. So these things are required, and also you need to carry one sanitizer bottle. So maximum 50 ml. In market it is available. 20 ml, 30 ml, 50 ml sanitizer bottles are available. So maximum 50 ml sanitizer bottle you can carry with you. And in addition to that, maybe you can carry one self declaration form. We need to take a printout and keep it with you, and you need to fill at the examination center. So these things has to be there. In addition to that, you need to have an identity proof, whether PAN card or whether your Aadhaar card or any government recognized identity card, government issued identity card has to be there with you. And also you need to carry one passport size photograph, which you are attached or you are uploaded at the time of submission of your NEET application form. So these things you need to carry, and you need to reach to examination form at least half an hour before. So what are the time mentioned in your admit card? Don't to go rush at the last moment. So better you need to reach at least 30 minutes before to your examination center. And in examination center, all the precautions, all the safety measures which is required for student safety as well as invigilators, instructor safety, all things is used to follow there. So already government has given the clear guidelines. So what need to do, how to maintain the social distancing, sanitizing, disinfecting the environment, everything has done. So everybody is making that one. So maybe I know the few parents having some worries. So because in this pandemic time, how need to send the children to the exam center. So don't worry. So authorities, government agencies, everybody taking double care to these disease not spread to the students, especially students as well as accompanied people who's coming along with them. So these things are there. So before going for the exam, so now I want to discuss about after once you enter in the examination hall. So question paper will give it to you, and also OMR sheet will give it to you maybe 5 to 10 minutes before the starting of the time. So read the instructions how to write an exam, the questions how to mark, all these things are given in your instruction booklet. Read the instruction booklet before starting the exam. When exam bell rings, so then you can start attempting your questions. So start reading the question, and whatever the correct answer is there, that correct answer you need to bubble it in separate OMR sheet. So one your question booklet will give to you, which is consisting of all 180 questions, 45 physics, 45 chemistry, and 90 questions from biology, right? So these questions booklet will be there, and separately OMR sheet will give to you. So in OMR sheet, you need to mark the answer, nothing but you need to bubble. So you need to have a small circle, which is a small diameter circle will be there. So in that circle, you need to bubble with a ball pen. So when you're marking, you need to be very careful. So properly you need to mark that whatever the bubble is there, it has to completely fill the bubble. So be careful while marking. So my suggestion here, so last few days I'm interacting with a few of the students who's preparing for the NEET, and with the students who already appeared in last year and successfully got NEET, and they're studying MBBS now. So I got a kind of curiosity in them. So how to write this exam, especially the students who's going now for the NEET examination. So for them, so maybe my suggestion. So this I think most of the people say no, but still just see that again. I'm just trying to repeat them, and also students who's not having a proper coaching or proper kind of preparation, directly the writing, especially the students who's in rural areas, so they don't have much exposure. So maybe you have maybe in YouTube or maybe in other social media, maybe you have some suggestions. But now again, I'm just repeating that if you somewhere, if you not listen or not follow, just and try to give them. So in this exam, you have to have 45 physics, 45 chemistry, and 90 biology, right? So normally in biology exams, there's not much kind of calculations are there in biology. So normally calculations need some time. So that's why whatever the calculation papers are, the questions are there, that maybe you can keep at the end. So mostly calculations will come in physics. So keep physics at last. So first you can start with biology. So normally biology, there is very less problematics are there. Once you're reading the question, so with your little bit thinking and little bit memory, maybe you can find the correct answer. So you can attempt the first biology, and then next chemistry. Chemistry also problematic is very less. Only in physical chemistry, maybe some 6 to 8 questions will come, so which is a little bit problematic. And except all those things, chemistry is direct, means direct answers you can give. And then last you can attempt for the physics, where physics maybe little bit problematics are there. So a little bit theory, you need to understand the theory, and then you can solve the problem, and then you can write the answer. That's why keep physics at the end. So my suggestion to all the parties, all the students who's writing tomorrow, so you having 90 questions in biology. So in that 90 questions, maybe you try to complete them within 45 to 50 minutes. So once 2 o'clock exam starts, so you need to complete the exam by 2:45 or 2:50. That whatever the 90 questions of biology is there, that you need to attempt it, and you need to tick that questions. Maybe in your OMR sheet, just give it hint, give a tick on OMR sheet. Otherwise, you can tick on your question paper, right? So that is in 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So after once 50 minutes over, you can start the chemistry. So chemistry, maybe you can give maximum 40 minutes, what I suggest you. So if it is 2 to 2:50 will be biology, and 2:50 to 40 minutes means 2:50 to somewhere about 3:30. So by 3:30, your chemistry has all the 45 questions in chemistry you need to complete. So 90 plus 45 is something about 135 questions you completed in 1 hour 30 minutes, right? So after that, so normally what students used to do, initially they used to tick mark the questions. They not fill the bubbles, because filling the bubbles will take time. That's why the normal practice is you need to do bubbles at a time. So what I suggest you, your biology as well as chemistry, you can tick it on the question paper, or maybe you can give some kind of impression you can give on just a tick you can give, or maybe just like a outside round you can make it with your pen on OMR sheet. But once these two is completed in 1.5 hour or maybe 1 hour 35 minutes, once you complete it, then start filling the bubbling. So biology and chemistry you can complete the bubble. So normally for each bubble, it will take something about 4 to 5 seconds, right? So 4 to 5 seconds means in 1 minute you can bubble somewhere. If you continuously, if you're bubbling, it will take something about in 1 minute 12 answers. You can bubble it, right? 1 minute. So you have 135 questions are there, which is bubbled, chemistry and physics. So if you take in this, so it will take something about 12 to 14 minutes will take you to complete bubbling. So right. So 1 hour 30 minutes you're completing the answer, these two portion. Then 12 minutes to 15 minutes. You can assume it's a maximum 15 minutes. 15 minutes means by 3:45 you can complete bubbling of biology as well as chemistry. So after that you have almost 1 hour 15 minutes, means nearly 75 minutes time is there for you to attempt physics, right? So in this 75 minutes of physics paper, you read the questions carefully, and in physics also completely 45 questions may not be the problematic. So in that maybe some 10 to 15 questions you can write answers directly. So all the questions one by one you can start read, and if it is problematic you try to calculate the solutions and keep the answer. But in physics don't do like chemistry and biology. So don't keep it bubbling, don't keep it at so once the question is over, once you know the answer, you immediately can bubble it while you're attempting physics, because at the end maybe you may not have time. So at the end, if you have maybe at 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before, if you see your watch, or maybe instructor will remind you that last 10 minutes, in that case in 10 minutes if you want to bubble 45 questions, you will be hurry, and there is a possibilities are there, you can wrong questions, you are bubbled wrong answers. So be careful, and that's why physics you can bubble it immediately. Once question answer is done, you can bubble it like that. Physics 45 you can try to complete 45 questions in 60 minutes, right? So 60 minutes means at 4:45 you're completed your all the paper, all the questions. So one tricky thing in this NEET exam especially, you has to have a negative marking also. So for every correct answer you are getting 4 marks, and every wrong answer you're going to get reduce 1 mark, so minus 1 mark. So if it is 4 questions, if you're wrong, so you're going to get 1 question completely, you're getting 0 marks for 1 question. Because 4 questions, 4 wrong questions minus 4 marks, so 1 positive marks, 1 positive question is going to be nullified. So don't if you some questions you are not sure, so don't mark that question. So during this filling, maybe some questions you may leave in biology or maybe in chemistry. So what you used to do in last 15 minutes, you make sure your OMR sheet completely filled, right? So I'll answer every question. So question number 1, 2, 3, 4, everything has to be filled properly. So if any question, if you're not marked, means you're not marked means you're not sure about the answer. So now in this last 15 minutes, you go back to that question and you can just check it again. So can now possible to write, because now you will be there a little bit relaxed mode, right? Because all papers, all questions you attempted, now still you're having it in 15 minutes. So you have a relaxed mode. Now in this relaxed mode, you can try to read the questions again, whether it's the biology, chemistry, even in physics, if some questions you can left it, you can try to read those questions. And if possible, if you get the answer, now you can fill that bubble. Immediately you can fill the bubble, right? For example, in biology, maybe your 13th question, you left it initially. Now when going back and you're reading, maybe you got answer. So this is that particular answer. So that you can bubble it. Like this, whatever the maximum possible questions, whatever you left it initially, try to attempt it, right? So this is the method you need to follow. And most importantly, when you're going to the exam, don't make any kind of pressure. So you prepared from last 2 years, 3 years. Now this 180 minutes are the more crucial for you. So you need to plan accordingly. So don't take tension. Most important thing is don't take tension, because if we are in tension, so we'll get possibilities are there. We can do a lot of mistakes. So better you try to avoid this mistake. So better what I told you, like this, you can plan your 180 minutes. If you plan 180 minutes, definitely you'll score very good marks, and you're going to get admission in MBBS in coming few months. Most probably in October, maybe your counseling going to start. And one before winding up this my video, just I'll give you one more suggestion to you. So once you completed the exam, you're coming out from the hall. So once exam is done, right? So don't think much about the exam. That question I have not done properly. If I read properly, maybe I prepare this topic, maybe I can write that answer. So don't worry, because the past is past, right? So relax it. So definitely you're going to get, wait for the result. If you want, maybe key will come, you can calculate how many marks you're going to get. So once the result has come, so whatever the result has come, I hope definitely if you prepare well, definitely your result will come good. Even if your result is not come whatever you expected, don't disappoint. So with this, your world is not going to end, right? If you're not get admission MBBS in this year, maybe possibilities are there in next year, maybe you'll get it even better than this. So this year if you get, maybe you'll get some medical college. So if you next year if you prepare well, maybe you'll get a better engineering, better medical college than this. Maybe you'll get in AIMS, admission in AIMS also, right? Maybe this year maybe you'll getting 10th rank. If, next year if you tried, maybe you can get in the better rank also. So in life is not end with the NEET is only part of your life. This is not your life, right? So don't disappoint if even if you're not success this year. So definitely next year you're going to success. You try to learn whatever the mistakes you've done this time and try to avoid the mistake next time. Because I'm seeing a lot of students who, because this is your life goal. I understand. Everybody can understand that this is your life goal. You want to become a doctor, but without doctors also peoples are there in the world who is more successful than doctors. So don't see with this you are if you're not getting admission in MBBS, or you're not getting in admission in a good medical college, with this your life is over. Your life is a lot more than your whatever your MBBS or whatever the doctor. So without doctor, without engineers, without collectors, without anybody, we can survive in the life, right? We can survive in the world. So most important thing, our life is more important, right? So be careful. If result is coming good, it's very good. Not coming also, don't worry. So I wish all the aspirant doctors who is preparing for uh, NEET exam for tomorrow, so all the best. Definitely you do well, you're going to get very good rank, very good results.